we're going to be doing topic 8.4. That's where we multiply mixed fractions with each other. So you're going to need your pencil and your notes. Our goal is to change mixed fractions into improper fractions before we multiply them. You can't multiply mixed fractions. It doesn't work right, and I'll explain that in a minute. So it's topic 8.4, so you're going to use Roman numeral 4, multiply mixed fractions. The first thing we always have to do is we have to change the form of the fraction. Here's an example, 6 1/3 times 5. Sometimes children will multiply the whole numbers times each other, and then fractions times each other, and that doesn't work. 6 1/3 times 5 does not equal 30 1/3. The reason for that is think about 1/3 like change. It's really like 33 cents. If I multiplied 6 and 33 cents times 5, I would not get $30.33 because I multiply the cents also. Just like when we multiply this by the whole number, you're not just multiplying it by the whole numbers, but you're also multiplying by the fractions. In order for that to work, we turn them into improper fractions. You must change both things into improper fractions. So we're going to use our little loop-de-loop that we learned how to do before when we learned how to turn things into improper fractions. We're going to loop-de-loop it. Remember, we multiply our denominator times our whole number, and we add our numerator. So 6 1/3 becomes 19/3. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 1 is 19. That's your new numerator, and there's your denominator. Remember, whole numbers, when you want to turn them into fractions, you just put them over 1. Because remember, what are fractions really? They're really just unfinished division problems. So this really says 5 divided by 1. And what is 5 divided by 1? Oh, it's 5. So it's the same thing still. So once we've turned them into improper fractions, then we check to see if we can cross-cancel. 19 and a 1, no. 3 and a 5, no. And then we're going to multiply straight across, just like before. 19 times 5 is 95, and 3 times 1 is 3. Remember, for multiplying and dividing, they don't need to have the same denominator, which is great. Now we need to make it proper, so we make 95/3 proper. Remember that the bar just really means divide, so that's 95 divided by 3. The number on top goes inside. 3 goes into 9 3 times. We bring down our next number. 3 goes into 5 1 time. And that's our remainder, so we put 2 over 3. 31 2/3. That's our new answer. 6 1/3 times 5 is 31 2/3, which is actually what we got over here. 31 6/5 is basically 2/3. Okay. Anyway, we're going to try again now. So let's try this one. 8 2/3 times 2/13. So the first thing I need to do is make them improper. So I'm going to do my little loop-de-loop. Multiply, then add. 3 times 8 is 24. And 24 plus 2 is 26. So this is 26/3. This one's already just a regular fraction, so we're going to leave it as it is. 2/13. Now we're going to check to see if we can do any cross-cancelings. We have a 3 and a 2, that doesn't cross-cancel, but we have 26 and 13, and they do. 13 goes into 13 one time, so we cross-cancel, make it a 1, and 13 goes into 26 2 times. And now we need to multiply straight across. 2 times 2 is 4, and 3 over 1 is 3. We need to make it proper, so that's really a 4 divided by 3. 4 divided by 3. 3 goes into 4 one time. With 1 left over, that becomes my numerator. And there's my denominator, so it's 1 1/3. Let's try again over here. We have 12 times 3 and 5 6, so we need to turn them both into improper fractions. 12 becomes a 12 over 1. 3 and 5 6, we're going to do a little loop-de-loop. 6 times 3 is 18, and 18 times 5 is 23.
18 plus 5.
18 plus 5, thank you, is 23. So now we're going to do our cross-canceling. There's a 1 and 23, so nothing happens there. We have 6 and 12. 6 goes into 6 one time, and 6 goes into 12 2 times. We're going to multiply straight across. We end up with 46 over 1, which is really just a 46. Now I'm going to have you guys try. You try 5 1/2 times 3/11. Put it on pause. I'll give you a minute to do it, and then we'll check our answers together. Okay, you should be done. So you should have turned this into an improper fraction here using our little loop-de-loop. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1 is 11, so we have 11 over 2 times 3 over 11. You should have cross-canceled your 11s. 11 goes in 11 once. 11 goes in 11 once. you should have multiplied straight across and gotten 3 over 2, which you turn into a proper fraction of 1 1/2. 2 goes into 3 one time with 1 left over. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.